Culdesac wanted to do something that hasn't been done here before with a car-free development. And it really changes the type of space that you have and the feel that you have in the space and the way that it brings community together. And the artwork really wanted to establish that as well. The same thing where we put murals in places or sculptures in places where we wanted people to gather to help bring the community together. And in a city like Greater Metro Phoenix that is, largely really sprawling and can be kind of, separating individuals from each other, this site is really special in that, the architecture and the art were working together in order to really change the status quo here. As we began talking about what concepts we might bring forward, we recognized that a lot about what Culdesac represented and what they talked about were about environmentalism, and almost all of the artists, or maybe all of the artists that we had, their artwork is really based on the environment. Frank Gonzalez was raised in a house just a couple hundred yards from this site. He was really excited about actually being able to do a full-fledged, large-size mural in Tempe because he had never done a mural in Tempe. The other sculptural piece at the site is by Sam Fresquez, and she's completely fascinated by her Hispanic heritage and the aesthetic qualities that Mexicans have brought to Arizona and other Hispanic communities. El Mac, who's a world-renowned muralist, was actually born in Phoenix and raised here, and has lived in Los Angeles for a long time. And I told him about the opportunity, and he was really excited because he didn't have a mural in the city of Tempe. Culdesac found opportunities for more and more art. So we kept adding different pieces of artwork around in the site, which is really fun because you're walking along and all of a sudden there's a piece and you didn't know it was there. Everybody was pretty excited about the idea of Culdesac's environmental standpoint and wanting to express that some way in their artwork. The central canopy at the plaza was arranged with this aggressive kind of geometry that mimics, the mountains that we have around us. And Yosuke Yamamoto, who was living here in Phoenix for years at the time, he is really fascinated with the landscape that we have here. He's originally from Japan, but also lived in Los Angeles. But he found Arizona's landscape really, really interesting and challenging. It was a different kind of aesthetic than he had been used to. So art on projects is incredibly important because it really helps identify who we are as a community, as a city, as an individual, as a group of artists. We were able to, bring some of that language back.